Brothers, what is going on? What's his name again? I forgot his name. The guy with the cigar, the Jewish guy with the cigar. That's why. Hey, what's going on, my brothers? Retard maxing, right? The retard maxing guy, Joshua. You, my fans, you want a serious discussion? You want to talk about something serious? You don't want the Ray Ripley autism jokes? Okay. Let's talk about something serious. Joshua is a very likable guy, a very charismatic guy. However, the problem with these people is everybody is speaking from experience. Everybody is trying to tell you what he thinks, and sometimes it's retarded shit, and he doesn't know, and you kind of get led astray, right? So the guy makes a lot of great points, okay? When he says that if you think too much, you're gonna go insane. You're gonna, you're gonna go crazy. Okay. So sometimes when you have some depression and some little problem that you know that it's not a big problem, right? And you have some depression or whatever. Maybe you got antibiotics and the bacteria in your stomach got killed, right? So you feel depressed, and the more you think about it, the worse it gets. You think, you start just like sitting like this and thinking, and you're like, you start to go crazy. So when he says, try to retard max, try to enjoy life and not think too hard. There is some great advice in there, because a lot of times the great ideas and the mind works better if it's not stressed. So if you're not thinking in a way, if you're not stressfully thinking about problems, the mind is free to bring you ideas and solutions, right? So he's got some great advice. At work, especially at work, you don't want to be thinking too hard. Yeah, let me overclock my CPU for Shlomo. Let me think real hard and get the coffee and the energy drinks. I'm so cool drinking Monsters for Mr. Shlomo, and then you get like a fucking stomach problem. And you did good work for Mr. Shlomo, and then he replaced you with an Indian boy. For those of you who need a cautionary tale, like, yeah, this shit happens. And when I was working for 10Bet, the Shlomos were waiting 3 years. The Shlomos were waiting 3 years to replace me with somebody. I'm already in the third world. I'm from Bulgaria. It's like they're working in Ukraine. They were working for some guy in Ukraine, but it didn't work. They don't stop working. Found some boy in Turkey who told them that he was gonna do the banners, which is like a lot of banners, like fucking, it just doesn't stop. Okay. Like, they were giving me 12 tasks per day, bro. They were giving me like 12 tasks per day. Do you know how insane that is? Do you know how fucking insane that is? And these boys were like, yeah, I'm also gonna do the illustrations on Illustrator from scratch. I'm gonna do the illustrations from scratch. I'm gonna do vector graphics on Illustrator from scratch. It's like, dude, do you understand how much of a hassle is, like, they give you some picture of a soccer player, a photo of a soccer player, and you're like, I'm gonna draw an Illustrator and make it like a vectorized image. And it's like, dude, that is insane. Insane, bro. That is like, if you're doing that every day, you're going to go insane. This is not like on Photoshop, like you move some stuff on the banner, you make it pretty. This is like you making lines, ray tracing a soccer player, and they tell you, put a soccer player on a boat, and you gotta like do that on Illustrator in vector graphics. Put a soccer player in a boat with holding a cup. Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. And then when you draw it, and they say, they start the corrections. They're like, well, can you move his hand up? And so now you gotta move the vector, the hand up. You will go insane. You know how fucked up vector graphics are, all these lines connecting them? Move the hand up a little and make him have a closed fist. Now I gotta delete all the lines here and make like a closed fist. Like, I've never really done that. Like, that is insane. And guess what? They were trying. The first few weeks I started, they were trying to get me to edit videos. Like, I'm like, dude, I have no idea. He's like, okay, can you cut it in half? And it's like, I managed to like cut the video in half, whatever he wanted, but like, they were trying, can we get this guy to edit videos? It's like, dude, it doesn't work that way, my man, okay? These companies, bro, these corporations, like, you have to understand, sometimes you get a good company, a good boss, good manager, good co-workers, and everything is like a paradise. But it's just very rare. It's just very rare. Okay, you get like the girls. So some of the women get these jobs where she barely does anything. She just looks pretty in the office. She answers some emails. She goes to some meetings and she looks pretty. And what is it that you do around here, sweetie? Hey, I'm jealous. I don't blame you. I'm fucking jealous. Okay. One of my dreams is that, imagine like all these like roasties in a company, and they have these easy jobs where they do nothing. They're like HR, like filming TikToks, like 5'3" and an attitude, 5'3", and they just like, I have some connections with the boss, with the manager. Let's say one of my friends is the boss, and they just replace one of these roasties with me, and I'm like, hey girls, I'm one of the girls now, and they gotta tolerate me. Like, they can't get me fired, and they just gotta tolerate me. I'm like super annoying. Hey girls, what are we talking today? We're eating the blueberry frappuccino. What are we doing? We're eating the blueberry muffins, huh? We're eating some donuts. Awesome. I'm gonna play some Sims 4. How about that, girls? Get paid to play Sims 4. Let's talk about interior design, girls. Okay. And I am like, I don't have a problem, like, if I'm working with girls, I just immediately switch to like talking to things that I find interesting that are with girls. It's like, oh, check out my room. How do you redecorate my room? Girls love talking about feelings and psychology. And it's like free practice for me. So it's like, I'm all ears, baby. Talk to me so I can psychoanalyze. It's like free practice, you know. And just get one of these jobs, and I'm fucking drinking the frappuccinos with the girls, and I'm just doing nothing all day. I'm just fucking how do you call it, daycare for women. Where am I going? To the daycare for women. Pay me a good salary. Daycare for women. And we would joke that me as an unemployed writer, that surely I have it better than women who have to go to work. But the reality is, these girls at work, they're fucking browsing the web like I am right now. They're browsing the web like they're unemployed like me. And they're doing less work. They're gonna sit at a meeting, they're gonna answer some emails. Maybe they'll look at, well, they'll do like 1 or 2 tasks, you know. And it's like, me writing, I'm doing more work, I'm putting more effort as an unemployed writer. If I write 1 hour at night, I've put in more effort than them. Okay. And someday I'm gonna sell a lot of copies of my book, and I'm gonna be a famous writer. Oh, and I got you a red pill. I got you a red pill, guys. Just checking the morning news, you know. My air conditioner is fucking burning, bro. Oh well. Nikki Blackheart responding to her fans, you know, including me. How awesome is she? How awesome is Nikki Blackheart, bro? Anyway, man, I gotta tell you, you're not gonna believe me. You're gonna think it sounds really weird, but when you start ignoring all women and you start giving attention and praise to wrestling women only and your wife, so you have a girlfriend, wife, and then you give attention to wrestling women only, okay, female wrestlers, okay, and nobody else, your wife becomes a like in a sitcom. It becomes this amazing, just like a dream, just like in a sitcom. Hey guys, what are you doing? Like imagine your dream wife. Like let's say you get to be in Friends, in the TV show Friends, and you're just hanging with Joey and Phoebe, whatever. You're just cracking jokes, wacky shenanigans, you know. I gotta tell you, if I could work in a TV show called Just Shoot Me, if you have seen this, one of the best, just like a relaxing, cheesy, like a comedy TV show. It's they all work in a women's fashion magazine, right? So the boss is like a wacky boomer. Like he's always like falling for some scam. He's being cheesy. He's like he's being just like a complete like retarded boomer. Okay. You know, like the rich guy. He doesn't know what to do with the money. He's like falling for scams. You know, doing bullshit. His daughter is like this Italian girl with like huge tits, and she's like a feminist. She's always got like the feminist takes. It's like, we gotta stop objectifying women. And then you have like Finch, and he's like the creep. He's like the little manlet creep. And then you have the photographer who's like a bald womanizer guy. Like he always manages to sleep with the models, but like he's got some cheesiness too. And then we have like the washed up old model, the woman that like refuses to just get old, Nina, and she's just like a cheesy, like an annoying, horny cunt, you know. Man, this TV show, man, oh man, like this TV show is so fun. I think I still have it downloaded, dude. Torrent it before it disappears, because this TV show is gonna keep you going through life. This TV show is so fucking good. Okay, it is you could buy my book, you know, to fix your problems, cure depression, therapy. However, if you just listen or watch to Just Shoot Me in the background, you just let it play while you're working, while you're doing something, it's gonna have an even better positive effect. And of course, the first 3 or 4 episodes are a little, like, the show picks up, it doesn't know what it's gonna be yet, it's kind of like, it's not that funny, but then after the 4th episode, like, it just fucking amazing. Okay, just every episode, it's very rewatchable. You can watch it like every 2 years, it's gonna be, honestly, it's amazing. It is. So, what I want to say is that when you start giving your female attention, giving your attention to only your girlfriend, wife, obviously your mother as well, you know, your grandmama, and also, you know, personal friends, women who, you know, or deserve it, you know, my dentist, my female stalker, you know. We have actually accepted my female stalker on my Discord, so she's one of the boys now, which is something I've never thought would happen. So, girls, you can't call us incels anymore because we have a girl in the group. We have a woman in the group, and you can't call us incels anymore. And yeah, we're multisexual. We're unisex, right? Now, where was I? 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 So, what I'm saying is, if you give only wrestling women your attention, you just simp. You just say, hey, you wanna simp for some girls, you wanna say something nice. Here's the women you watch wrestling. Go tell them they're awesome. Oh, you were awesome in the ring. You were very hot today, you know. And I'm not joking. My wife, your wife, becomes like, you're in the TV show, Just Shoot Me, like, everything is nice. Everything is nice. And you just feel good all the time. And everything is nice. And this is a cure for 95% of every possible depression, psychosis, seasonal blues, whatever. This will, like, bro, this is gonna keep you. If your job is staying at some depressing little cabin, waiting for the train to pass so you can do the sign, like, you have one of these jobs where you gotta go, like, you have a little cabin at the railroads and you gotta go give a sign that the railroad is clean, you may proceed, Mr. Train. So you gotta go do the it's clean, you can go. You know, every hour, you know, you gotta have a timer. Every hour you get out the cabin, it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like, the rail rack is clean, you can go. And by the way, that's one of my dream jobs. That's one of my dream jobs, bro. Just like my job, just being one of these guys that goes like every hour and just fucking, you know, inspects the railroad. But I'm like a very, I can't focus. I can't like I make mistakes. You know, I'm like a guy that forgets things. So sooner or later, I'm gonna forget to see that there's some rocks on the railroad track. Like 100 people are gonna die. I'm gonna be like, I'm so fired. You know, like, like in a sitcom. You know, 100 Bulgarians died. Oh man, my boss is gonna fire me. I gotta tell you, like you don't watch women's wrestling, so you can't get what I'm saying. Because you don't watch women's wrestling, you can't be like, well, why is Kirill? Why does he enjoy simping for wrestling women? It's like, honestly, I'm just being nice. I'm just being nice, and it turns out, bear with me on this, especially if you're a woman, you're going to understand that, well, when you're amazed by someone, and you just want to be like, let me say something nice to make her feel good, you know. First of all, you gotta understand that I've seen so many asses and boobs and thighs. Like I've seen it all, man. These women are like the hottest on the planet. Okay, these women are the hottest on the planet. Like you're not gonna show me any TikTok OnlyFans girl that's gonna be hotter, because they're actually athletic. They actually do cool shit. And they're still fucking thick, and their asses and the boobs and everything, and pretty. So these women are like, you know, it's like a space marine grade women. Okay. So when they do some cool shit, like we know they have great asses and whatever. Like I don't need to be like, hey, you have a great ass, you have great boobs. Like we know, okay, we've seen it, we know. But it's like you see her doing some cool shit, and you're like, man, that woman entertained me so much. That woman entertained me so much. I'm on Twitter, and I'm like, let me tell her, man, your match was amazing last night. And it's like, it's true. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna come marry you. Like you're on the other side of the world. You know, it's like, you know the compliment is like genuine. And they're nice. Well, like they're actually nice. They're actually nice. If you're not a cunt like on Tyria, like Rhea Ripley, the other girls are actually nice, and they like their fan comments. They say something back, you know, they say thank you, and then they feel good. So you felt good. You wanted to make somebody else feel good, and they felt good, and they're like, you know, thank you, you know, and now you feel good. And it's like a fucking perpetual motion machine. You know, so what women like to say in their little cheesy feel good groups, it's like, you know, go out and say something nice to someone today, which it makes sense. It starts off as a nice idea. However, it does not work in Bulgaria, okay? Because you gotta, it's a nice idea, but still, like, you gotta, there has to be a reason for you to compliment somebody. Otherwise, it starts to become like it's fake. Like, you're just trying to make yourself feel good by, like, it has to be from the heart. It's better if it's from the heart, right? So when you're in some place with bad people like Bulgaria, it does, like, you go around and you're gonna give some compliments to make some other people happy, but like, you're still surrounded by people who hate you. You're still surrounded by people who are hateful. And I remember I saw this guy in the parking lot with a nice old BMW painted purple, which is a similar color to what my old Audi was painted purple, okay? And so I park at the construction store. And it's a big parking lot, and I see this guy next to me. He's like a old BMW. It's like very well kept. Usually I don't think highly of people who drive BMWs, but this guy was actually like really, it looks in very good condition. I was it painted in purple? I don't remember, but it looked very like new. And it's like, you just feel good. You're just like, man, I gotta say something. It's not something annoying. I'm just like, man, that car looks, very, like, brand new. Like, great job, man. It looks like so pristine. And his reaction is like, yeah, it's like a very, like, you can't even take a compliment, bro. Yeah, like a boomer. You can just, thanks, man. It's not that he did something bad. It's not something to really like rag on him, but it's like, when you can't even give people compliments, what are we doing, my guy? When you can't even give them compliments, their reaction is like, yeah, like a very, oh man, fucking hell, bro. Fucking hell. And like today I wake up, I go to the dentist's office. I love my dentist. I gotta give her more compliments. I gotta give her more compliments. It's gonna sound like I'm flirting with her or something. You just cannot find dentists who are nice and very good, and they can work even if you're coughing. They know how to work with you, and they're very nice. And it's just, dude, in Bulgaria, are you fucking, dude, Bulgarians are, not the country, I'm talking about Bulgarians. And it turns out, actually, the medicine that she put in my tooth, like a temporary filling, right? It turns out it actually didn't fall, so I didn't need anything. So she's like, yeah, just come on the 30th. I'm like, okay, cool. I go out. I see this gypsy guy, and he comes on the street, and he's like I'm supposed to pass there, and he's like looking at me like he's gonna ask me something, for money probably. He's like waiting, he's like looking at me like we're gonna start a conversation, and I just like turn around. And I start like walking, and I just say out loud, I just say, Nope, not gonna happen. And then I take a few steps. I remember that I actually have to go backwards. I have to actually go in his direction. And I'm like, let me get my knuckle duster out. And if you're gonna behave crazy, if he behaves crazy, I'm just gonna fucking, you know, I'm just sick of it. And the guy is like turning around like I don't know, he doesn't say anything. I just pass him. I'm like, okay, at least he's not crazy. They're gonna ask you for money. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm going to the dentist. You think I have money? I haven't had a job in fucking 1 year. Fucking hell, mate. I can't convince women who have suicidal depression. I cannot convince them to try my book for free. Forget about paying $14. Forget about paying $10. I can't even get them to try it for free. And you know what? They have money. They're buying Wabudos. They're paying to see Ray Ripley, $300. They're paying for Starbucks. You're like, sweetheart, you really don't have suicidal depression. Sweetheart, you're faking it like a total bitch. Because, sweetheart, when I have depression, I am looking for ancient Chinese meditations from the 12th century, translated in English, and I am like working, trying to understand, did they translate every word correct? What did the Chinese man mean in Chinese? I'm trying to retranslate to make sure it's correct in my head to get it. I'm reading Lara Croft riddles. Like I'm in a Lara Croft movie. I'm reading riddles for the mind, for like awakening. I'm literally Lara Croft as a guy. Okay. When I'm depressed, I told you, I'm looking at fucking books from the 8th century, from the 12th century, from ancient China, written by monks, books you haven't even heard about. Okay? And these guys are like writing the books. Spirits were telling them what to write, like they're past masters of the temple, like telling them what to write. We're talking about the 8 ascended masters from China, Taoism. Okay, Golden Core meditations. You haven't even heard of it. I'm like, I'm depressed, I got problems. I'm like fucking researching, reading translations at fucking 2 a.m. And every night, here's my candle. For those of you who think I might be lying, here's my candle. Does it look used? Oh shit, it looks used. It looks used. Here's my lighter. Every night, meditation time. Mandatory. 20 minutes meditation. Okay? Do I wanna play video games and all kinds of stuff? Yeah, sure. Do I feel lazy and I don't want to do it? Yeah. But almost every night I do it. So these women that tell you that they've been crying all day. These women that tell you, I've been crying all day, I'm so oft, I'm so depressed. Then it's like, okay, hey, here's this book, here's this free book, so I can make prestige, so I can be like, hey, I helped this woman, I can, get the prestige. And I tried this with like 2 women. I don't want to insult the people who paid for my book. I just I tried this with 2 women who were like friends. I knew them, so I'm like, okay, they're friends. It's for marketing. They'll tell other people, I'll get the prestige that I helped them. It sounds like a good idea. They're obviously depressed, so okay, and they just absolutely cannot be giving a shit. They absolutely cannot be giving a shit. Okay. Let me unmute. Let me unmute one of the women right now on Twitter because I got angry and I muted her. Do you understand? So where's my settings? Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me try to unmute one of the women. Oh, for fuck's sake. What the fuck is this gay shit, bro? Mute and block. Muted accounts, okay? So we're going to find this woman. Where is she? And we're going to be... We unmuted her, right? So now we're going to see, like, 2 weeks have passed. Did this woman ever reply to me? I want to see. 2 weeks have passed. I told her, you are... because she got back on Match, she got like super depressed. And I offered to help her. And she says nothing, and then I see her, she's like talking about Ray Ripley again. She's like wanting to buy Ray Ripley t-shirts. I don't know. She's talking about, okay, it's a coping mechanism. Okay. 2 weeks passed. Let's see if she ever replied something to me. Right? So we're going to write my name. And we're going to see if somebody tagged me, if somebody responded to my posts, and I didn't see it because I muted her. So let's see what we got. Let's see if I missed something. I'm checking. Oh, for fuck's sake. My feed is getting spammed by fucking Russians for some reason. They're like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, dude, this is horrible. Okay, let's try notifications. This doesn't even work, bro. Let's try notifications. Kevani Jordan liked my reply. Kevani Jordan. Mina Shirokawa liked my reply. Ksenia hates me. Ksenia blocked me. Ksenia, Nikki Blackheart. Da, 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 da. I'm sorry for wasting your time, guys. I just really want to, like, for myself, see if she ever bothered. If she ever bothered. Okay. And it's like, no, she didn't. Let me look at her posts. And this is not about telling you her name or bashing her, making fun of her. I'm just sad and disappointed, okay? This is not about... I can't even find her, for fuck's sake. Oh well, I mean, I would have seen I would have seen something if she ever bothered to reply. I would have seen something. I would have seen something. Damn it. Whatever, man, whatever. Oh man, this is so fucking depressing shit, man. Let me hit the pause a little. My friend on YouTube, the Chat TI, says, yours is the first book I've read in 3 or 4 years. Damn, bro. That is a thank you. It's fucking good. It's fucking... I actually should put it like in my book, you know, like they say the good comments, like, this is the best book I've ever read. Okay. The fact that it kept him reading, but he didn't just like glance at one chapter and be like, I don't, it's not like fun. It actually kept him reading. Mr. Bucktow Truck and the Chat TI actually reading and enjoying my book. Mr. Bucktow Truck said it's very Nietzsche. It's kind of nihilistic like Nietzsche. I don't know. The problem is I've never really read Nietzsche. Sounded like a faggot to me, frankly. He's nihilistic. Don't get me wrong, I'm nihilistic about Bulgarians, but I'm not even nihilistic. I'm like hateful. I'm actively hateful. Okay. But I know there's a point in building things and having experiences. There is a point. There is a point, and it's cool. It's cool. We're having fun. Okay. Now, I gotta tell you. Let me have some more. Can we get some fucking chocolate in my mouth? Fucking hell, mate. Oh yeah, I mean, in other news, I've been praying to Krampus. I'm praying to Krampus to go in Ray Ripley's dreams and teach her a lesson, make her a good woman, and scare her straight and make her, you know, appreciative of her fans. You know, Krampus, I tell him to go in Ray Ripley's dreams and scare her straight. Okay? You know, make her not be a bitch to her male fans. Make her not be a cunt. Make her a good woman. When she wakes up from the nightmare, oh, and also show Ray Ripley that even if you're a millionaire, the money can't help you when you're trapped in a nightmare. When you're sleeping, when you're in the nightmare, oh, I'm rich, I'm a millionaire, I'm a successful woman. That's not gonna stop the demons from putting cheese in your ass. Okay, lady? Oh, you're a millionaire in the waking world, in the physical world. Well, in the dream world, you're getting cheese in your ass. You're getting cream cheese in your ass. You're getting cheddar cheese in your ass. Okay. So, we're gonna be summoning Krampus every day, and, you know, so sounds, you know, I mean, make Ray Ripley nice. You know, we gotta make her nice. Anyway, we're done with that. Back to talking about the TV show Just Shoot Me. Just shoot me. I'm telling you, when you kind of clean your timeline, your feed, when you clean it up, and it's like you're not getting like women hating on men and men hating on women. It's such a trap. Like, there's these two assholes, a white guy and a black guy, and they do like thousands of these fake videos where the black guy is acting like a monkey on a subway and the white guy kicks him before the doors close, and they're trying to make this like racist, like this black guy was being an asshole and we finally had enough and kicked him off the train. We used violence, and look at him, he's like chasing the train, getting angry. And it's like, it's fake. It's fake. Thousands of these videos, like they make them every day. They make this skit every day, and they're getting money from your rage bait, from you getting angry. And you think that black people are every day are dancing in the subway, and it's like, yeah, it happens, but it's not. No, these videos are fake. You're getting angry, and they're making money from you. Okay. Give me 1 second. So, you realize like you realize that a lot of the shit you're being fed is some kind of engagement bait. You know, stay on the website, engage with the content, get angry, get emotional, get angry, argue with people. It's a lot harder for me to get a comment. I made a serious video yesterday, right? And Mr. Buck Tow Truck came to post that it's a nice video, right? It's a lot easier to get a comment if I make you angry and I bait you into like, I'm doing something stupid, don't you want to make fun of me, that type of stuff, right? If I'm like, my parents bought me a brand new Subaru Impreza, and it's a shitty car. I'm so angry, I wanted the Apple car, and they bought me a stupid Subaru Impreza? And I act like a spoiled brat. It's a lot easier to get comments hating on me, get engagement, than, me making a serious video and some, one guy being like, man, this was a nice video, Most people are gonna watch the video and they're gonna appreciate it, but they're gonna forget to say something because, what are they gonna say? This was a really nice video, man. So most people are just not gonna bother to comment, And I don't blame you, okay? We wanna make the videos we wanna make. And sometimes it's just a nice video, you enjoyed it, but there's just nothing to say. We're not supposed to be having to say something all the time, every day. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, this is good, So once you take control of your feet, which is kind of impossible. It is. They will always try to put shit in your feet. They will always try to feed you shit. They want you dumb. They want you unfocused. They want you dumb. They want you emotional. Okay? It's good for them if you're like emotional and you're getting tired, because when you get angry, you get tired. You're exhausted. You feel exhausted all the time. Okay? So, if Batman, check this out, if Batman was spending all his time getting angry on Twitter, Batman wouldn't have time to work out and go beat up the Joker. Batman would be arguing with some idiots on Twitter about pronouns and calling them trannies. But Batman needs time to go fight the Joker, not to argue on Twitter about pronouns. Get rage baited, right? My AC is making burring no noises. Brrr, brrr, brrr. Now then, I'm telling you, I spent 50 minutes talking, and I'm telling you, when you start, allow me to explain the experience. When you start just giving compliments only to wrestling women, and your wife, girlfriend, and some other women you personally know, and they're very nice, you create this safe environment, a safe space. And at first, men were making fun of safe spaces. Then we men discovered that we can have our own safe space, and then women started making fun of us, like, we're not allowed to have a safe space. It's an echo chamber. That's a bad thing. You can't have an echo chamber. You gotta deal with the retards. You gotta get annoyed by the retards. It's like, no. It's like, no. There's nothing positive. It's not a good idea. So you isolate yourself like a country club. Is there something wrong with hanging in a country club? You're not gonna find the ghetto fellas at the country club, right? You go to the country club, people are probably gonna be friendly. Everybody's having a good time without any ebonics, any idiots, blasting loud music and kicking cats, So people invented the country club for a good reason. People invented the country club, so it's like you can go and it's like nice people, and you can actually go hang with the nice people, and you can be in a safe space. You can be away from the degenerates, okay? And that's why people go golfing instead of to nightclubs, where you're gonna get humiliated and beaten up by the nightclub security guards, right? Or you can go golfing, and it's like, it's very relaxing, it's very nice. No humiliation rituals, Give me a second here. All right, just Just look at some stuff, guys. But seriously, like I gotta tell you, my my Twitter experience. I gotta tell you, Twitter is still full of absolute Reddit psychopaths. Like some guy was talking how he was gonna dox me, he was gonna get me fired. I should rope, my wife should rope, my wife is not real, my book sucks, shit like that. So fucking absolute fat neckbeard redditor, bro, okay? And this guy has not lifted a weight in his entire life, and he's gonna defend women online. He saw me like writing some jokes about Rhea Ripley, how she needs to get raped by the blackest of naggers, okay? So like Twitter is full of these like hateful women, and they're looking for attention, and these fucking simps. When I beat the Tiger Fitness Mark Wahlbrenner at finger push-ups, and his sims, bro, his guys are like making fun of me, calling me fat, and I'm like, hey, anybody wanna take the challenge now, huh? Anybody wanna do diamond push-ups against me? Come on, guys, I'm fat, come on. This guy's on fucking steroids telling you supplements, and he can't even beat me in finger push-ups. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bros? I'm a writer. Mark Wahlbrenner, roiding his entire life, defeated by a book writing nerd that's not even on steroids. What are we doing here? But once you just like make your feed and you follow like your favorite wrestlers, whatever, and you see like a lot of these women are actually like cool enough, chill, to be like, respond to her fans. No, she's not gonna come marry you, okay? And first of all, dating and getting married to a wrestling woman, dude, she has to travel every week. Every week she's traveling, staying in hotels. Like it's you see the hot stuff. You see how cool it is to be married to her, but you don't see that she has to travel every week, staying at hotels, hanging with the male wrestlers, So a lot of the women, they end up married to other male wrestlers, because all of them are traveling, okay? But she's not gonna marry you, but it's cool to have like some friends on YouTube, and they actually sometimes they like a comment or they respond, and it's just like small talk, and it's so groundbreaking to have this difference, that you can have this just like cool environment, and I don't just like, it's mostly the women, but it's like I still crack some jokes with RJ from AW. I crack some jokes. I cracked some jokes with Speedball Mike Bailey, but he blocked me, and his wife Veda also blocked me because I was some joke about Rhea Ripley, I guess, tipped him over the line. Which is a shame, because like I've never said anything bad about Veda, okay? Who else? That guy from the Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian cracked a joke at me. I was like saying like, damn, look at that cleavage, about the mother Wayne, with the big tits, and he was also in the picture with like a shirt. He's like, thanks. So he like cracks a joke at me. Honestly, fucking based. Honestly, and I gotta tell you, the AW superstars, they read their fan mail comments, you know, a lot more, and they appreciate it. They respond. They're happy to have fans, bro. But the WWE superstars, man, a lot of them are fucking horrible, dude. Horrible. Okay. I mean, but still, Xia Brookside, Kiana James, they liked my comments. Who else? Yeah, Kelani Jordan, she liked my comments. You know, they respond to their fans. But man, the people, the CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, man, talk about fucking obnoxious, bro. Talk about pushing like a kid away, like when CM Punk was in Saudi Arabia, some kid comes to like, would you take a picture? CM Punk is like pushing it away like a piece of shit. Like, damn, dude. CM Punk bitching about, don't follow me at the airport. You're like, fuck off. Fuck off. What a piece of shit. What more can I say? I guess I'll just end the video because it's time to finally assemble my motherboard. Time to pick up my motherboard and finally assemble it. So, finally have a PC again. I'll see you guys the next video. I'm gonna have a working PC. Have a great day.